From the moment this situation went down, the left and the legacy media, they've been spinning their narrative. They questioned the officer's training. They painted the woman as the frightened victim, just trying to get home to her child. But all of that just collapsed because one video taken by the agent directly involved completely destroyed that storyline. And now the left has gone into full-blown denial and panic mode because once the lie is exposed, there's nowhere else to hide. The narrative didn't just crack, it fell apart. And so make sure you smash that thumbs up. Let me know you love the video. Subscribe to the channel for more and share this video. That way more people see what's really going on. But first, let's start with this clip. You're about to hear federal agents, and this is a different situation, but you're going to hear federal agents clearly warn two liberal white women, which doesn't it seem like in many of these interactions, that's what we are seeing, liberal white women? In separate SUVs, the federal agents tell these women to stop trailing them and interfering with their operation. Take a listen.
If I continually see you following us, interfering with us, honking your horn, blocking our cars, you have a very high probability of making a really bad decision and being arrested today, okay?
I think I'm making exactly
I'm not.
the right decision.
Oh, then why are you giving her a warning?
I'm giving her a warning to not interfere with what we're doing, to not make a bad decision today and ruin your life.
Whoa, bad
Okay,
decisions.
thank you.
That's funny coming from you.
Okay, alrighty. Thank you. Have a good day.
I hope you have a terrible day.
Okay, thank you. Hold on. Watch out, it's slippery.
Yeah, there's a lot of ice around here.
Just so you know, if we continue to have you follow us, okay, have fun. Don't make a bad decision today.
It's not illegal to follow you. What is illegal is stopping people unconstitutionally.
Don't interfere.
I said this before and it needs to be said again. What makes this so disturbing is how brainwashed some of these people have become. They don't actually know who they're protecting. Let's understand that part first. They don't know who they're protecting. They don't know what they're interrupting. They just feel righteous. And so they grab whistles, they lay on the horn, they trail federal officers as if they're the moral authority in the street, right? That's what we see. And they have no idea who they might be tipping off. They don't know if they just gave the heads up to a murder suspect. They don't know if it's someone who hurts children, assaults women, or traffics women. They don't know, and that's the point. And that's exactly why you should let law enforcement do their job. Because federal agents, they could be acting on intelligence that the public does not have. Records, investigations. And so when you see these civilians, liberal white women in a lot of these situations, decide to interfere because they believe a narrative, they're not helping. All they're doing is making it actually more dangerous. And that's why this kind of behavior is reckless, because when authority is constantly undermined, when law enforcement is constantly being demonized by the left and by the legacy media, this is the type of things that can unfold.
With the very latest on what's happening there. Garrett, good afternoon.
Yeah, Trace, good afternoon. This new video will be a crucial piece of evidence in this investigation because it was recorded by the agent himself, and it shows the events leading up to the shooting from his point of view. Here is that entire video.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. It's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Oh!
And so with that one video, the legacy media is now scrambling to move the goalposts once again. No longer is this a woman in fear. Now it's, oh, she seemed pleasant and just a little snappy. And now you actually have, get this, you have MSDNC questioning, why was the officer recording? That now that's the question. Why is this person filming? Take a listen.
Well, one thing that stands out to me is the question that was just brought up: why is this person filming? And Ross did testify in December at during the trial in December that they do not wear cameras on their body. They do not wear body cam, and they do not have dashboard cams as well. Not saying that that has anything to do, but they don't have cameras. So his cell phone would have possibly been the only camera he had. You know, I've seen a lot of these videos from every angle now, and I'm looking at JD Vance's tweet, and he says, you know, that many of you say that the officer wasn't hit by a car, wasn't being harassed, and I still don't see him being hit by a car or I think the woman said, like, I'm not mad at you. They seem to be, you know, generally sparring with him, which we see in these videos a lot. That's correct. This is part of the tactic of these ICE watchers to goad sometimes and to execute or to enjoy their rights as citizens to film and be on public streets and stuff like that.
Now Democrats want you to believe that these women were just having a little harmless back and forth with the ICE agents and didn't really mean any harm. But the ICE officers have been dealing with attacks and threats on their lives in recent time during enforcement operations since the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. Tensions have been high around ICE action, and the messaging you constantly hear from the left is that anything this administration does is inherently wrong, and therefore you do not have to listen to federal law enforcement. And because this is always just about the politics, how they can remain in power, you cannot get an honest answer from these people. And so this is why you have people like AOC saying things like this. Take a listen.
I understand that Vice President Vance believes that shooting a young mother of 3 in the face 3 times is an acceptable America that he wants to live in, and I do not. And that is a fundamental difference between Vice President Vance and I. I do not believe that the American people should be assassinated in the street. Thank you.
I think the fundamental difference right now is this. People on the far left like AOC, they're too far gone in their ideology, or they benefit from the chaos. Because it comes down to a very simple truth. You're either going to ignore the truth or accept it. And what we've seen time and time again is that when the truth doesn't fit their narrative, those on the left don't confront it. No, they ignore it and pivot as if it doesn't even exist. But now let's jump into this clip I want to show as Will Cain calls out Democrat Seth Moulton for slandering the ICE agent who defended himself without having any real information. Take a listen.
Interviewed any eyewitnesses on the ground? That's what we were just talking about. Have you interviewed any eyewitnesses on the ground in Minneapolis? Have you interviewed any eyewitnesses?
Have I personally interviewed them? No,
Yes.
That's not my job. My job is to speak truth to power.
It's really interesting.
And when I look at that video, I see murder. And I think we should call it that if that's what happened. And by the way, I've been in situations like that. Have you ever...
due process. I've looked at your tweets.
Well,
You've talked about the concept of due process. No, this is important for everybody to understand. You have a job, and you highlighted to us as a congressman. You watched a viral video. I don't know how many videos you watched. There's multiple angles, but you watched a video. You didn't interview a witness. You didn't look at law enforcement reports. You haven't spoken to the agent involved. And with that limited knowledge of looking at a viral video, you went to social media and you condemned the federal officer to murder. You made that conclusion long before an investigation is played out. And I'm curious, is that in line with your vision of due process?
If it will benefit him politically, then absolutely he's going to do it. These people could care less about these protesters, these ICE watchers, whatever. They're thinking, this is what they're thinking. How is this going to keep me in my position of power or move me to a better one? That's it. But really, it doesn't matter if he would have did all of that, because if you want to convince yourself that a lie is the truth, all you have to do is just say it over and over and over again. And when the leadership is in on it too, like in Minnesota, what do you expect? Just listen to the mayor.
Don't take my word for it. Don't take their word for it. Watch the video from every single angle. I mean, the ICE agent walked away with a hip injury that he might as well have gotten from closing a refrigerator door with his hips. He was not injured. I've seen worse injuries from doing that. And so give me a break. No, he was not ran over. He walked out of there with a hop in his step. And so we just got to get to the point where we're at least operating from, hey, this is like, we're looking at it on the video screen, this is what we're seeing, can we all see that it wasn't run over? And then, you know, yeah, J.D. Vance, this concept of absolute immunity is pretty bizarre.
That's who they elected as their mayor. I mean, they didn't really have too many good choices when you look at who was running against them, but that's who they elected. A guy who basically, this is the rationale he's using. She only hit him with the car a little bit. That's the rationale he's using. She only hit him with the car a little bit, so he should be okay. It's not like he actually got ran over completely. Then we could have a debate if he would have really got hit with the vehicle and been laid out on the pavement. Unfortunately for the Minneapolis mayor, who can't remove his emotions from it, who doesn't want to live in reality, who wants to just make it up as he goes along, when he looks at the facts, they don't fit what he wants to believe and what he wants the situation to be. And so he has to pivot and make it into something else. Listen, and these people are so confused that now they want to actually enforce Trump's policies and they don't even realize it. Take a listen.
And my larger question is, who are these people? Where are they coming from? What training do they have? You know, are they Proud Boys? Are they Oath Keepers? Where are they getting these people from? Because our police in Minneapolis have a hard time recruiting people, qualified people to go through training. Who are these guys? Where they're from? We don't know anything about them. And the fact they're all wearing masks to create that fear in everybody here, it leads me more to suspect, who are they? Where are they coming from? And I think it's a question for all of America. Where are these guys coming from? I don't know.
This is hypocrisy at its finest. You want ICE vetted, but the millions that the last administration led into the country unvetted, some of whom decided to flee to your sanctuary state, and your governor is giving them safe passage to remain there. They're good. They're good. We don't worry about those people. Yeah, might commit a little bit of crime, you know, murder, trafficking women. What you don't know won't hurt you, right? Listen, the reality is, people like the Minneapolis mayor, they're going to want to push their narrative. They're going to want to believe what they want to believe because it's beneficiary to them. So even after seeing the footage, listen to what he has to say after seeing the footage from the ICE officer's vantage point. Take a listen.
He walked away with a hop in his step from the incident. There's another person that's dead. He held on his cell phone. I think that speaks for itself.
Does that video, that angle, change your perspective at all about what may have happened?
I think an investigation could change or affirm my perspective. But we've got all two eyes. And I can see a person that is trying to leave. I can see an ICE agent that was not run over by a car. That didn't happen.
And so what we're seeing now is an attempt to change the narrative. Fine. Okay, let's all agree. He didn't get ran over. We understand that. But did he get hit with a vehicle? That's something that you will not hear them admit to, because it blows up their entire narrative. It kaputs the whole storyline they're trying to push to get everyone to believe. And so rather than acknowledge the fact that he was struck with the vehicle, whether it ran him over or not, no. Now he wants to minimize the fact that an officer, a law enforcement officer, was hit with a vehicle by a civilian, impeding and obstructing federal operation. But here's the good thing about the truth when it's on your side. You don't have to keep on changing your story or hunting for a new angle. The truth is good enough. And so with that, leave me your thoughts. Drop your comments down below. Don't forget, smash that thumbs up button. Let me know you love the content. Subscribe to the channel for more and share this video. That way more people see what's really going on. Until next time.